Might check 202. Few people realize that the origins of a form of Christmas was pagan and celebrated in Europe long before anyone there had heard of some damn Jesus Christ. Let me see Europe. Barely offered. Hold on. What the fuck is this? Let me go say hello to my brothers-in-law. Okay, this is called Pagan Christmas Introduction. Shem lists names of heathen. Okay? That's the first title. Because the actual second one is called Pagan Christmas. Okay, so I'm just going to read the list of Shem names. This is introduction. Caleb is crying because he get a gift. And on that note, is he crying? Oh, Caleb crying for the gift. He just seen his father and mama in one place. Okay, devil. We are getting devil. Shemless names. Shem. Name, reputation, memorial. Shem. List of names strangers have been called by Yahuwah. Adversaries, animals, barbarian, beasts of the field. Bull, caveman, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon. I interjected that. Devils. Let's get the definition of devil. Dictionary.com. Noun. Number 1, in theology, A letter, sometimes initial capital letter, the supreme spirit of evil, Shaitan. And we know Shaitan, Lucifer is a spirit. Shaitan is the mind of Lucifer in form. And the devil is the bodily form, which we're about to read. B, theology, noun, a subordinate evil spirit at enmity with God and having power to afflict humans, both with bodily disease. Who brought the disease to the Native American Negro? Smallpox and syphilis and such things, and put them in blankets. And with spiritual corruption, which I heard that on an infographic show about what the natives did. Number 2, an atrociously wicked, cruel, or ill-tempered person. Let's look up atrociously. Atrociously for a devil type man. We see a lot of demon emojis today. Let's look up atrocious. Extremely or shockingly wicked, cruel, or brutal. Oh yeah. Extremely, shockingly wicked, cruel, or ill-tempered person. We're gonna go with letter 1, noun, and second definition of the defined word. A subordinate evil spirit at enmity with Yahuwah and having power to afflict humans both with bodily disease and with spiritual corruption. It should say afflict the Israelite with bodily disease and spiritual corrupt, because they are already corrupt, those devils. A person who is very clever, energetic, reckless, or mischievous. Number 3. Number 4, a person usually one in unfortunate or pitiable circumstances, the poor devil. Also called printer's devil, which I can understand. In printing, a young worker below the level of apprentice in a printing office. I never knew that definition till today. So a printer's devil. Is it a printer's apprentice? Here, boy, go out there and propagate these lies straight from hell for 'em. And they call it the media. Number 6, any of various mechanical devices as a machine for tearing rags, a machine for manufacturing wooden screw, nautical and deck or hull planking, any of the various seams to caulk because of form or position. The devil, used as an emphatic expletive or mild oath to express disgust, anger, astonishment, negation. What the devil do you mean by that? Verb, to annoy, harass, pester, to tear rags, clothes, etc. with a devil. You're vexed with the devil. That boy got a devil. We're going to use the second one, subordinate evil spirit. So these are devils. Continuing with the Shemless name. Enemies, heathen. That's a main one. Highlight that. I'm going to show you the ones I'm going to use today. Gentiles, goyim. Now, Gentiles in Hebrew is goy. Yim is plural. Yim, that I am, is plural. A Gentile man is just a goy. Many Gentiles are goyim. Goyim, goyim. Kindred, multitudes. These are all names for the heathen. Nation, nursing fathers and nursing mothers. That's a favorite. People, like just people. Seed, which I'm gonna highlight that because oftentimes Most High, being the husbandman he is, refers to everyone outside of the Negro as just seed. They're just ocean. It's like when you walk into Walmart. You walk in there with the Gentile, a sodomitish man. You walk in there with him. They don't look at him. They look at you. It's all about you. You're the elephant in the room. It could be 100 people in the room, but you're the only Israelite. People see Satamitish, thorn bristle, those that dwell on the earth, tongue ungodly. I'm gonna use that today. The ungodly, unrighteous, uncivilized. I threw that in there. Wicked, wild beasts, chaff. I highlighted that, chaffs, because that's what they about to be. Clay vessels. These are all names of the wicked, and we're going to get started with part 3 right now. Pagan Christmas. And it begins by saying, few people realize that the origins of a form of Xmas was pagan and celebrated in Europa long before anyone there had heard of Yahshua HaMashiach. Before they even heard of Jesus Christ, they were celebrating a form of pagan Christmas. So how the hell is that possible? Let me read something real quick. Open recent, which will be ways to tell someone is playing the victim. I gotta go online and see. Few people realize that the origins of a form of Christmas was pagan and celebrated in Europa, long before anyone there had heard of some damn Jesus Christ. Date. No one knows what day Jesus Christ was born on. From the biblical description, most historians believe that his birthday probably occurred in September, approximately 6 months after Passover, Pesach. One thing they agree on is that it is very unlikely that Jesus, which you know as Jesus, was born in December, since the Bible records shepherds tending their sheep in the fields on that night. This is quite unlikely to have happened during a cold Judean winter. So why do we celebrate Christ's birthday as Christmas on December the 25th? Origins, Babylon. Origins. The answer lies in the pagan origins of Christmas. In ancient Babylon, the feast of the son of Isis, goddess of nature, was celebrated on December 25th. Raucous partying, gluttonous eating and drinking, and gift giving were traditions of this feast. I'll say it again. Raucous partying, gluttonous eating and drinking, and gift giving were traditions of this pagan feast. Origins, Rome. Origins, Rome. In Rome, the winter solstice was celebrated many years before the birth of Christ. The Romans called their winter holiday Saturnalia, honoring Saturn, the god of agriculture. In January, they observed the calends of January, which represented the triumph of life over death. This whole season was called Dies Natalis Invicti Solis, the birthday of the unconquered sun. The festival season was marked by much merrymaking. It is in ancient Rome that the tradition of the murmurs was born. The murmurs were groups of costumed singers and dancers who traveled from house to house, entertaining their neighbors. From this, the Christmas tradition of caroling was born. Origins, Europe, Part 2. Origins, Europe. In Northern Europe, many other traditions that we now consider part of Christian worship were begun long before the participants had ever heard of Christ. The pagans of Northern Europe celebrated their own winter solstice, known as Yule. Yule was symbolic of the pagan sun god Mithras being born, and was observed on the shortest day of the year. As the sun god grew and matured, the day became longer and warmer. It was customary to light a candle to encourage Mithras and the sun to reappear next year.
Do you really have to do this every morning?
Yes, I do. 'Cause I can.
Pagan as hell. Huge. You thought we was done? You thought we was done with Rome? Huge Yule logs were born Salaki. Huge Yule logs were burned in honor of the sun. The word Yule itself means wheel, the wheel being a pagan symbol for the sun. Mouse mistletoe, Salaki. Mistletoe was considered a sacred plant, and the custom of kissing under the mistletoe began as a fertility ritual. Holy berries were thought to be a food of the gods. The tree is the one symbol that unites almost all the northern European winter solstices. Live evergreen trees were often brought into homes during the harsh winters as a reminder to inhabitants that soon their crops will grow again. I can believe that. Evergreen boughs were sometimes carried as totems of good luck and were often present at weddings, representing fertility. The Druids used the trees. Salaki. The Druids used the tree as a religious symbol, holding their sacred ceremonies while surrounding and worshiping huge trees. Sounds familiar? In 350 AD, Pope Julius I declared that Christ's birth would be celebrated on December 25th. There is little doubt that he was trying to make it as painless as possible for pagan Romans, who remained a majority at that time, to convert to Christianity. I would at least say accept Christianity, or accept the Christians within their pagan society. The new religion went down a bit easier, knowing that their feasts would not be taken away from them. Christmas, Christ's Mass, Mass, as we know it today, most historians agree, began in Germany. Though Catholics and Lutherans, still Martin Luther King, and Lutherans still disagree about which church celebrated it first. And in the Church of Ephesus I write, the earliest record of an evergreen being decorated in a Christian celebration was in 1521. I was captive at the time in the Alsace, Alsace region of Germany. A prominent Lutheran minister of the day cried, "Blaspheme! Better than they should look to the true tree of life, Christ. Better that they should look to the true tree of life, Christ." The controversy continues even today in some fundamentalist sects. Ele ha-devarim 12:28. Observe and hear. Oh, Deuteronomy. These are the words. These the words. Word devari. Words plural devarim. Heathen. Goy. Heathens goyim. Ela ha-devarim. Observe and hear all these words which I command thee, that it may go well with thee and with thy children after thee forever. So we are to do this for all eternity. When thou doest that which is good and right in the sight of Yahuwah thy power. Ela ha-devarim. These the words. 12:29. Devari, word. Devarim, words. Ha-devari, the word. Ha-devarim, the words. Elah, these. Elah ha-devari, these the word. Oh, but wait. If it's these, then it has to be words. So Elah ha-devarim. When the Lord, thy power, shall cut off the nations, the goyim, the goyim, from before thee, whither thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land. Elah ha-devarim 12:30. Take heed to that. Girl, come get this girl. I'm reading. Elah ha-devarim 12:30. Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them. Yes, yes, baby girl. You need a pencil. This going up on YouTube, so I ain't got time to edit. This all audio. Elah Hadebarim 12:30. Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them, after that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise. Blaspheme. Elah Hadebarim 12:31. Thou thou shalt not do so unto the Most High thy power, for every abomination to the Most High thy power, which he hated, have they done unto their gods. That's why it's not nothing about them being a race. It's they do things despite to despise the Most High. Now let me get abomination, because you need to know what that is. I got abominable right here, and guess what? Atrocious means abominable as well. I'm using the same page, and it says it right there. When I was trying to type it in, it came up in the highlight search. Straight on the page. Abominable, repugnantly hateful, detestable, loathsome, very unpleasant, disagreeable, very bad, poor, or so when you follow the so-called European, the Gentile, so-called white man, that's abominable. That's inferior. You're following something that's not meant to live. Thou shalt not do so, Salaki, thou shalt not do so unto Yahuwah thy power, for every hateful and inferior thing to the Lord which he hated have they done unto their gods. For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. What thing soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it. Celibate. Yes, baby girl. Celebrate. Verb, celebrated, celebrating, celebrates. To observe a day or event with ceremonies of respect, festivity, or rejoicing. See synonyms at observe. Why y'all getting so festive? I had to get on my pops and my mom's like, oh, you just cooking the day before and the day after, huh? That's all right, but hey, don't get so festive. To perform a religious ceremony, celebrate mass. To extol or praise a sonnet that celebrates love. To make widely known, display a determination on the author's part to celebrate the offenses of another. To observe an occasion with appropriate ceremony or festivity. To perform a religious ceremony. To engage in festivities. Went out and celebrated after the victory. Observe. Definition of observe. That will celebrate. This is observe. Verb, observed, observing, observes. 1. To be or become aware of, especially through careful and directed attention. Notice. Can I blow this up a bit? To watch attentively, observe a child's behavior. To make, and most people don't even do that. To make a systematic or scientific observation, Gentiles don't do that, of observe the orbit of the moon. To say casually, remark. To adhere to or abide by, and that's highlighted in red. That's the definition we want. Number 5, observe. To adhere to or abide by, observe the terms of the contract. To keep or celebrate a holiday, for example. Observe an anniversary. To take notice. To say something, make a comment or remark. To watch or be present without participating actively. Sources, assortment.com. Oh, that's the end of it? Yeah, that's the end. So,
what do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name.
supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
Proud supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about.
to hell with your Christmas. Don't observe it. Don't celebrate it. Don't participate. Don't acknowledge it. I've been practicing 10, 11 years now. In my youth. Y'all need to y'all need to start. Hey, what if the world ended yesterday? And it was just a residual heat that we going through. You could walk in the kingdom tomorrow. It's just waiting on you. Shem. Name, reputation, memorial. List of names strangers have been called by of Yahweh. Adversaries, animals, animal, barbarians, beasts of the field, bull, caveman, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon. I interjected that. Devils, enemies, heathen, Gentiles, Goyim, and I'm balling my face up as I say these words because they piss me off. Let me watch my audio. Devils, enemies, I can't help it. My face still balling up again. Heathens, Gentiles, Goyim, kindred, multitudes, nations. These nations. Ooh, that's disrespectful. What's your nationality? I ain't got no nation. My nationality is Israelite. Nursing, fathers and nursing mothers. People, Sodomitish. But you know what I'm going to call them? The ungodly today. Thorn bristle. Those that dwell on the earth. Tongues. Ungodly. Unrighteous. Uncivilized. Wicked. Wild beasts, chaff, clay vessels. And I call them vegetable heads, zombie heads. These niggas zombie heads, man. Dumb motherfucker. Dumb mofos. Alright, I'm gonna end this right now. Salaki, this is Ben Yosef with the Sakin Lana Ibaru Israelite. Yeah. Shalom. December 29th. Oh, I'm sorry. December 30th, Saturday, Shabbat. Alright, 2023, last Shabbat of the year. For the pagans.